baby. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. We have yet another closed beta Season 10 mini guide and demo here coming your way for the Necromancer. A skill that has been boosted insanely in terms of its hitboxes. We have Bone Spear. This thing can now probably crush maps even faster than Teeth in a lot of cases, just because of how much damage it does. And even though the AoE isn't quite as high, it is like 4 times as devastating. Well, 3 times, but you get the idea. Let's see though my Teeth damage in comparison, and it's okay, 2.5, something like that. You get the idea. Bone Spear is actually a really nasty mapping ability in Season 10, and you never would have used this. You would have always used Teeth before. That is now changed. Let's go over the stats, the skills, and the gear, and then show them off in some maps, and you guys can check out just how powerful and awesome this build is. Alright, let's get it. Let's consult with Vextus here. Oh, sorry, no. Let's go to stats first. My bad. Anyway, we have enough strength and dex to wear our gear. Pretty much just strength, and then we literally just dump energy. Now, on hardcore, you might not do this because you're afraid of dying to elemental damage, particularly if your res isn't maxed out. I definitely recommend max stacked res if you're going to do this on hardcore. But the thing about max energy on a Necromancer is that you max out bone armor. Bone armor gives an absurd amount of absorb on a bone build, particularly, but even on any Necromancer when you max out energy. But on a bone build, even max out bone armor itself because it's a synergy. It's 2,129 damage absorb. Physical damage will do nothing to you until it is expired and monsters eat through this, which makes you incredibly tanky in a lot of situations. Of course, you're going to be going for as many plus skills as you can for your DPS and your FCR, getting it to 125. Magic damage, large charms do outcompete PNB GCs for magic damage builds, just straight up. However, PNB GCs can give you even more bone armor, so you don't lose too much damage if you lose these, so don't worry if you don't get them or find them. It's plenty of damage anyway. If you have, of course, better corruptions and whatnot than I can get on the closed beta, you can, of course, fix any sustain or res issues that you see on this build, along with any of the other builds that I have. But anyway, pretty solid stuff. Your only source of magic pierce, by the way, is going to be the Sanctuary Aura on the Mercenary himself. That is the one of the strengths of the Act 4 Light Mercenary. However, the Act 4 Light Mercenary is also strong in some other ways because he is also he also heals you when you use Blood Warp. And so you can actually go in Asylum Staff if you want, if you're really rich. But that Mercenary is very strong in general. I didn't see him use Holy Nova yet, but sometimes you will as you're teleporting through and using Bone Spear. And so he'll heal you as you lose health with your Blood Warp, which is really good. You're going to want max FCR, of course. FHR, it can matter if you get hit pretty hard by elemental damage. However, we're going to try to avoid that on here because we don't have the perfect setup. But FHR can also spawn on these magic damage charms, so that's kind of cool. And then, of course, let's go to the skills real quick here. So you got max Bone Spear, max Bone Spirit, max Teeth, max Bone Armor for all the synergies. Bone Armor, of course, giving you a lot of defense in addition to just damage absorb, making you really, really hard to hit and kill. Of course, then you're going to want to make sure you have 0 cooldown Blood Warp. And then 1 point revive. I kind of like that for some extra revives. And then you dump the rest in a Golem Mastery for some extra golems. And then you have some basically meat shields around you as you teleport around. Alright. That's pretty much it. Nothing in the curse tree. Don't need curses on this build. You're also going to be going, of course, so on the on this character, I really like Holy Light Mercenary, the Act 4 Light Mercenary, because it does Holy Nova, it heals you with Blood Warp, it also has Sanctuary Aura. Now, you can also do the Act 4 Dark Mercenary, which does Amp, which is worthless, but if you put on an Asylum Staff on that Mercenary, he will also do Bone Spear as well. So you'll have like double Bone Spears. That is something you can do. I'm not going to show that off, but that is definitely an option. I think Act 4 is just straight up best in slot on this particular build and character, particularly because of the life penalty of Blood Warp and some other things of that nature. That being said, though, you can also go Act 2 Mercenary with Asylum, and then he will be a tank that will go out in front of you, so that's kind of nice as well. You know, there's definitely some other things you can do. Obviously, if you don't have Asylum, though, you can also use the Heavenly Garb armor, which now can roll up to level 4 Sanctuary Aura, which is better than level 1, which will give you negative magic res as well. So that'll give you an ability to cut through that resistance on the monsters and deal crazy damage. You have, of course, an Occultist, getting some of that FCR up, just getting FCR up on the rest of the gear and DR. Don't worry about the jewels, not too important, it's mostly just res, and you have Water Walks on that. I do like Plague because if you use Plague Staff on this Merc, you also will always cleanse off Amp or other annoying auras such as Decrepify. Alright, and then of course the gear. Bone Shade is best in slot period on this build, and of course you can get really good corruptions on it. Q Hagen's is probably best in slot too in most cases, and you get mana per kill, life per kill, very good and important sustain on this build. Plus skills in general, very good. Things like Shaco, Steel Shade, plus skills there. Get that P and B skills, you get up to 4. Bone Flame getting up to 4. So as you can see, a very strong version of this build. Very good corruptions. FCR, Iraq, Trangs, FCR plus skill rings. Pretty much like a 200 high range version of this build, because why not? But even without it, you'll see that it's like way overkill. The damage is insane. Got MPK on these boots. Want more MPK? Why not? And magic damage LCs once again for damage, of course, with other options. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Let's demo him. Let's show him, you guys, just how strong this build can actually get. Absolutely insane stuff. Damn, that looks cheap. What's good about Bone Necros, though, is that it's a great starting build. You can use things like White Wand, and there's a lot of really cheap options. You can just find random shields on the ground with plus skills, and it does really well. Even in the early game and LOD content, you don't need this much power. But when you have this much power, I mean, why not use it? That's how I say. So let's do it. We got our max FCR, we got insane damage. You guys have seen insane teeth before. I've definitely made videos on teeth, but it's time to show you guys some Bone Spear. I have to make some revives. I'll make some cows. There we go. This thing has really good range too. As you can see, you can like pretty much almost kill things off screen. Almost. It's pretty close. Yeah, it's got a big hitbox. Now, Spirit is still your single target, of course. Use that against bosses. But yeah, it's got a big hitbox, honestly. It competes with Teeth just fine in here now. But in narrower maps, it's actually even more devastating. Obviously, in certain maps, like, let's see. What do we got here? That might be a good one to actually show it off in. I don't remember. Does this have magic immunes? No, it doesn't. Well, that has Magic Absorb, though. Magic Absorb is worse than every other Absorb because you don't have a lot of negative res on a magic damage build no matter what you do. Oh wait, I didn't mean to make Tomb of Zoltan cool. Well, whatever. Need to make Shadows of Westmarch. That's alright, we have bone armor for days. These things don't scare us. The narrower the map, probably, though, the better, let's be real. I could just eat all the dolls in the world with this much bone armor. I ate a lot there, but it didn't do anything to me. Nice Ormus robes. What is that? Holy Freeze? Oh, yeah. Actually, oh no, they not have CBF in this? Don't have CBF in this. Oh no, made a mistake. Well, I can use a Cham Rune or you can use Marowaks or whatever. Messed up the build. Redo video, Kappa. Okay, I didn't get my CBF in a build? Oh my god. Mars CBF? Yeah, I could put CBF on Miami right now if I get lucky in Kappa. Not gonna do it though, I might brook it. Hard enough to get like +3 of a particular skill on the beta, so. No, we're good. Struggle's real. Struggle is real. We could do that new map actually, let's see. Obviously this will shred Pledgeathon too, but I think Teeth might do a little bit better in there because of the AoE. This really shreds things like this. It'll shred Pandemonium's Citadel, probably even better than Teeth ever did. I could show you just how much damage this does. Like, it'll eat through those monsters. No problem. Desecrate, good for the corpses. The only immunity that is not in this map that I've seen anyway is magic, so... It's also pretty narrow, so it's actually really good for this. This might be like one of the top maps on this build. Demon Road, new map. FCR problems, I'm frozen. Oh well. Make sure to not, you know, make sure to get CBF on your build, chat. YouTube, very important. Casters and melees suffer just the same in PD2 from being frozen. It's fair. It's a good change. I even have max cold res, which does reduce the cold length at least. So that's good. You have no cold res, you'll be frozen forever. Is that max FCR? It is. Yep. Definitely want that max FCR. Max FCR feels really good. 75 will feel okay on any bone build, but I mean, it's not insane. And then one more demo, and then we will see you guys in the next one. From me and the Mad Lab, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Bone Spear Necromancer, which is a real mapping build.
I can already
Season
tell
10.
I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp.
Make sure to crush it. This actually looks really good in Pandemonium Citadel, so I almost forgot about this one. I know this ability. This ability looks really good in here. That's fine, I guess. Blood Golem is not a build. They buffed it, but it's still a utility. You could use it for killing bosses and things like that, but that's about it. Yeah, Beer, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Cult of Xana and Drusay. Goal Rune! So this area has pretty narrow hallways and there's no magic immunes. You can see here, besides the fact that I'm frozen. Looks really good. Let's see if I can see a Bloodbringer pack. Really, it's really easy to see just how much damage this does. Let's see. Those things are super tanky, right? Well, doesn't matter. You see how we just take down that one Bloodbringer, though? Let's see. Are there any Bloodbringer packs? Where are they at? There we go. Look at that. Boom. Flattened. That's a tier 3 map, man. Flattening the tankiest monsters just like it's nothing. So you can see the damage is probably a bit overkill, right? Definitely. Anyway, GG guys, and hopefully you enjoyed this demo and mini guide. Bone Spear Necromancer crushing it, and see you guys in the next one.
I can
Let's get
already
it.
tell